And now we're back for real this time. If that fucking 13-minute episode is still up, ignore it. Charged our controller a bit. Headset. And hopefully that should get us through the game.
Alright, down we go.
I don't know what I'm gonna have to deal with, but... But yeah, the fucking Yellowstone caldera, there's a few of these, and if they ever go, it's like, it truly is Reynolds for us all. So, like, this was a big deal that they were able to do this. Wow. Whew. This is crazy. Remember, y'all, there's still one machine we haven't fought, and I'm sure it's going to be at the end of all of this. Done these a few times.
I'm with you, brother. We'll stay as long as we have to. We'll need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross. Understood.
Oh, no. Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. Scrub-a-dub-dub. Silly in my tub. Jesus Christ.
We'll need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Christ. Buttons.
Time this right.
Look at how this looks.
He's in the air.
Now to shoot off that vent. This should get me up there. Okay, let's see what this does. That's it. Here they come. Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge.
Is on our side.
Never mind.
Aloy will see us through. Okay, let's get them across.
Creatures of terror. Joshua. To Gina. They're on to us. Just kidding. They have no idea what we're doing at the moment. I mentioned a fire break. My name is Forrest. Plague-ridden animals. Roslin's gates have now stood closed for 15 years. To Charlotte package campers and bird watchers for ages. No one knew why, but now Hollow Chatter has enough for in the die-off years, unspoiled ecosystem has made an ideal testing ground for bioterror weapons. What? 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 Hollow Chatter can probably do, showing that the U.S. government used yellow parts animals for secret experiments with deadly genetic altered viruses tested on the park's wildlife easily spread to humans. Wow. What? That's what they... No. What the fuck? After the deadly Nasei Doom attack in 2039, countries cracked down on genetic testing, but even as it became illegal, research on synthetic plagues continued under the radar of many jurisdictions. Over the years, people living close to the Yellowstone Park have observed reported times military-grade drones near their homes. These drones are believed to kill works part of shooting down diseased deer and contaminating others where they wander near towns. What the fuck? Oh, so it's all a lie. That's what the joke is. They have no idea what we're doing up here. But the mention, so they have the right name, but this is all BS. Okay. Interesting. Okay, never mind. I was like, no way, there's been no mention of this anywhere, blah, blah, blah. Concrete effort. Concrete effort? What's that even mean? Hold on. Do this first.
Come on over, it's safe. I think.
Well, that's some concrete effort for you. Alright, before we go in there. Oh, it's just this? Okay, never mind. Never mind, never mind.
This place looks more like the mountain used to be. What is this?
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Traceroutes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hospitals. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to their
Spirit speaks to me. It's recorded. Hephaestus. It was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia.
Yeah,
This name was found.
one of the programs.
I don't know what it's doing here.
No.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if we'll have more messages. Maybe you're right. Let's keep moving.
No. It is lore time. Alright. Holograms. she's already 65. Yeah, she has they have that technology. They go over the programs. Okay, so here's what they start talking about. Okay, so Artemis, what's that program? Apollo was another program. Artemis, Apollo. I missed two. Fucking A. Hades is another one. Okay, so we have a few of them. Fucking destroyed Apollo, man. I cannot. All of our history. What a fucking cockbag. Kill switch. So that's basically Hades was a kill switching program to do it and fuck everything. What a fucking brute. Okay, here it is. We still don't know where this data transmission came from. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days.
Okay, so we don't know which one Hephaestus was. I wish I could see the actual cutscene because I think it names them all. But I don't know if it actually says what it was supposed to do. I couldn't find it in there anyway.
I thought about just shutting it down, but I can't risk it being disoriented or even damaged on reboot. How do you tell the emotional equivalent of a child that she will need to go into a coma, maybe for years? And what exactly is she going to wake up to?
What happened with this program that they felt the need to do all of this? The lore is too strong. It's too strong. Alright, let's try to move on. I know I'm getting super distracted by all this, but it's very interesting. What is that? Those the bear claws? They are. It is making hostile machines.
Frost claws.
And lots of them. I'll try to find a way through.
Damn, you got all kinds of shit here. Scorchers. Those fuckers. Watchers. More shell walkers. Two scorchers. 6 or so shell walkers. And a watcher. Two watchers. They have to go. So that's not even a question. The actual question is how. Say clear out that backside and pull them to you one at a time. Try to get as far away as you possibly can. Oh my god. Scorcher's gonna come back. I don't think I have time to make the move.
Lots of gear across that gap.
This isn't gonna work out well for me. No! Are you?
I'll try to find a way through.
Oh, bitch. That's the thing I'm questioning. Like, why would I want more beasts to fight? Like, is it gonna make them on my side? Because that would be worth it. Let's go find out. Because that's genuinely the only way this would make any sense.
Lots of gear across that gap.
Oh. Of course, though. But of course, she says lots of gear across that gap. So the gears. Oh, of course.
I'll try to find a way through.
a stealth path that you're going to take along the right side of that wall. I gotta go.
Lots of fear across that gap. Got their attention.
And this isn't gonna work out well for me. No, it is not. No, it is not. They all left? That's very strange.
Just go about your business.
the other monsters dipped. The resources are too full. See all this fuck? Just Blaze? Okay. Where are the teammates? Where the fuck did they go? Did everybody disappear? What happened? Oh, there they are. Oh, okay. Like, what the fuck? Go around, collect some medicine. Shocked that the creature's just like, nope, we're out of here. I wonder what that's about. Because that's literally never happened. Where they run? Where enemies that are typically hostile to you just run. I could have swore I saw some shit over here. Anyway, I could have swore I saw Lord drop over there. But I was wrong. Alright, I don't see anything. Let's go set off the trap. Yeah, they're clearly like aware and everything. What are these fucking fuckers? I know they have the sacks on the bottoms and the shoulders. But, fire. A power cell on the back. Sleep to shock and care. So, electric sling and fire sling. Maybe this thing. Oh, and lastly, didn't expect all that. Fuck both of y'all. Fuck both of y'all. God damn, yo. Swing, 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 swing. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god, are you kidding me? 40 mod. Not gonna lie, that was a lame ass reward. Don't fucking come over here. Oh shit. Go that way. Don't come over here with the, oh, there's a trap, there's some nice gear over there. And then you give me, comparatively speaking, mid-ass shit. Like, nah. You better come with that heat. You've already shown me that you can give me super fucking mods. 50% of this, 30% of that, 30% of that. Yeah, no, I'm super done. For sure. Because those are some mid-ass mods. This shock fire freeze. We could probably use that. It's just fire range. It's alright. And then that one. Like whatever we got. 40 fire. And then tear twice. Wherever the fuck it was. I don't even know. It's like meh. Meh. There's not better ones than that. I'll trade the 23 melee damage for all those other resistances. Anyway, let's move on. Come on, guys. Now I'm the one kind of in a hurry. Not in a hurry, but just like, alright, I'm done with the hanging about. Need more law. MIE assessment. Classification for the machine artificial intelligence. Sorry. Third test, subject's sentience is assessed at 0.54 within limits. Rated against the results. False positive. Because the messing around with these things can't have too much sentience, I guess that's kind of rule of law, whatever the fuck's going on. Holy shit. This place is kind of large. Fucking corruption is taking over everywhere, mate. Like, is that just ambient moving around, or am I supposed to, should I be paying attention to that?
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the Spirit was trying to tell us. It's... We're looking for a way to defeat the Daemon. They may have found one.
November 28th. Operation Enduring Victory is all over the news. The Pharaoh Swarm is coming. Has to be what Anita is trying to hide Firebreak from. But that means she thinks we'll lose. That the Swarm will reach Yellowstone. My God. In that scenario, pretty much everyone dies. Everyone except Cyan.
So she was there. She was like, no, you need to save this. That's why she's freaking out and not around. She's trying to help Elizabeth. I don't remember Anita's name. I probably do, but don't. Anyway, whatever.
Machine parts. Dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over.
Certainly can. Watch out for electricities, traps, or any other nonsense. I think I'm good on materials. I'm gonna stop picking that stuff up. I'm gonna go back to not picking that stuff up. It's gonna kill me. No. I was about to jump back onto that thing. Get up there.
Sideways too.
Please, thank you. Wrong.
That should cut off the vent. Okay. That was a lie. Oh, that was such a lie. It broke all the immersion. It broke all the immersion. Wow.
Like, I could have just hung out. Like, I didn't even need to freak out. That was the true immersion, Brazen. A, there's no fucking way I can't make that jump. B, it is kind of my fault anyway. Because,
Don't look too stable.
Because that would probably only be a easy jump if I was sprinting, which I obviously was not. So that's on me, motherfucker. My bad. Who cares? Who cares? You don't have to be perfect.
Alright, time to grab a ride.
And take the bubble down. Oh, take the bubble down. I'm like, this is an awkward angle. Doobie doobie doobie. Go up here? No, right? Yeah, no, no. Not here. It's going to take me. Yeah. Go down from here, right? Yes, yes. Yes. Check the liquid. Use the volcano to smelt your metal. Repurpose it in the future. Oh, I don't need to do that anymore. Alright. Nice and easy.
I'll have a lot easier time getting here.
They sure will. First he did it, then she did it, then they both did it. I see you, game.
This looks like the old path.
One last exchange from India. Via chat, attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. You'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan. And I've got to tell her that too.
Driver. So they have been working on this tech for a while. Why? Why did Xian need to have emotions to stop Yellowstone from blowing up? I'm still missing some pieces. You have no idea. Was Anita like her Elizabeth's assistant? That sounds right. That's why he'll never see her, because she's doing this. Got it. So he's sad, yeah. Wow. Wow. Body of missing man. They were treated in unsolved for 15 years. Disappeared. Yeah, yep. Remember, I was like, did you just kill that guy? And I was like, oh, well, I guess we'll see. And it's like, yeah, no, she did. She absolutely killed him with that fucking shit she pulled. That's wild. Confirmation. Such as with the use of similar puzzle as before.
There's no blue light here. There's a spirit present.
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
Okay. We have to get it back over here. So again, let's work backwards. Well, it's not going to be that. So really, only have one answer there, so it's good. Here. means I need this come from here. I need that to read that exactly the way it is. I need you this way. Which means that's well, no, it has to be like this. That has to be like that. Which means that has to be like that. That has to be like that. This here. Here. Boom.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the Blue Light. It's Ourea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Ourea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them.
Wow.
Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the signal strength. One has been exposed, but I am
Unauthorized call return to scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Whatever this fucking thing is, it's coming after us.
Keep moving towards the core.
Probably going to suck. But we're all healed up and we're all supplied up and we're about to fly.
Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
Okay, no, that's not the right answer. Or is it? Down, across,
Cyan said something about restraints. Is that
tower.
what the tower is for?
Try to lift the thing off the tower.
I either need to destroy this thing or override it.
Absolutely going for the override. Question is, what is in our way? Whatever. It's done now. Fire Bear?
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. Won't be easy.
Down. Fire Claw. Weakness, ice. Fire sac on shoulders and body. Power cell, multiple power cells on its back. Cool, that's nice. Fucking. But he's not gonna stay frozen for long. Maybe you just go for sacks. Enough of the stuff. Rough. Oh, hell no. I'm aware, thank you. Are you, wait, where? Another one?
The pulse gives them energy. Repairs them.
Fuck off. And now, if I chose to be out in this world in the future, access to overriding all of the machines here, which is cool. But before we do that,
You spoke of the tower. What must be done with it?
I will chill out.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative. Closing our network.
Wow. What a douche.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
Ah! That was a really powerful moment that she got to see the blue lights. Good fuck.
One of those?
It's the only way!
Jump, man, jump, man. Hold on. Oh my goodness. It really was the only way. Fuck. Oh, no, that's not gonna work.
Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Wow.
Guy.
Great Benkai. Indeed. Wow.
Aurea's gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Aurea's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Wow. Wow.
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me.
Just wow. Wow. Just wow.
What am I doing? This is the wrong way.
Wow.
Easy, easy.
Kind of speechless a little bit, you know? Well, a little bit, obviously. Just like, almost sad and beautiful in a way. It was cool and action and set piece. Just I hope nobody minds me taking my time walking this path. I think she deserves that. Like, you can barely see the crazy smoke that used to be up there. Because at the top of that plateau was definitely all the smoke. We were literally just up there, as close as we could had ever been. But we cured the corruption, so to speak. And that's what's so crazy. I think that call I made about the unknown signal is the key. It's truly the key. It's truly the beginning of the mystery. Because Hades wouldn't have even come alive. Because Hades was the kill switch if anything went wrong. If anything gets too out of hand or too wild, Hades comes out, ends it all. And because Ted Faro is fucking ass, he probably put some extra shit in there to where it's not just like a wipe the slate clean start over, but wipe the slate clean permanently. So Hades has to go. Period. But the concept is sound, you know, just in case something goes wrong. Fair enough. But the other programs, they went self-aware. And so Apollo's gone. Unless Apollo had some kind of backup, which I don't think it did. Or at least he got to the backups too. Yeah, we purged Apollo. So all our history, the music, everything, it's all gone. Like, I was heartbroken, devastated thinking about the idea of all of that being gone. Soul crushing. So if that's permanent, our history's gone, but maybe some of the other stuff still is out there. What was Hephaestus' program originally supposed to be? Why did he go haywire? Maybe we'll find that out. There's a Thunderjaw out here now? No more fighting. We're done with that. You beat the best you have to offer. I suppose I could do that, Chieftain's trial. But that's for later. Another day, if at all. To be honest with you. It's just like, man, do I need to do that often? This is the path she actually took to get up here. She didn't do all that crazy shit I did. Walk this long ass walk. Wow. Do what she had to do and protect the Caldera's stability. Do that shit up. Remember, we'd look at it, oh, that shit looked all crazy. Now it's just gone. Just the plateau. Wow. Part of me that wants to say it feels like a while ago that we came here. It wasn't that long. Certainly been through a lot.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
Damn. She really did believe in him.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Why do you know my name? And yes, we do. I'll let him chill out for a while.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
How would this AI know anything about any of the stuff that we've been, any of the main game stuff? Other than maybe the interactions we had with Hephaestus, she was able to find what was going on, but like, they were building Gaia and Gaia's protocols after this AI had already been created.
I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
I have so many questions.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
I bet. I fucking bet. That's funny.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Yeah, we got that.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
That is true.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Pharaoh?
Are you referring to Theodore Pharaoh, CEO of Pharaoh Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Pharaoh was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
The benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Pharaoh spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was fated in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Even though it wasn't really
Guessing
him.
they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. One of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources.
Climate
These stemmed
change.
from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So, there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth.
Yes, billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
Wow, let's get to the main shoot.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Araya who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
it's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
Wow. That's a problem. So both Hephaestus and Hades are still out there. Some remote location? I wonder what happened to the other programs.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Rhea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process.
Hold on. There's more AIs out there? Well, I mean, the signal made all the programs self-aware, so it turned them all into AIs. What the fuck is Hephaestus doing?
A malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on...
That's what Hephaestus' programming was. So Gaia oversees the building of the robots to do specific tasks in the world to continue to... That's Hephaestus' job. Okay.
What you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus' core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus' aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus.
Wow.
A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
Whoa. Okay. So, okay, that makes complete sense. The machines are part of the terraforming process, and if these humans keep killing machines, then yeah, make bigger and badder machines to discourage them from killing the machines. Problem is that results in people dying, so it's not complete. Obviously, you would need a greater AI, Gaia, to oversee that process, adjust it where necessary. That's why she was the head. So even if these AIs have good intention, good core programming, which they clearly did, that's why they were a part of the overall Zero Dawn project, there's probably going to be gaps where they end up mistakenly doing terrible things. And the only way to really stop that is to bring them back under control of Gaia. The question becomes, how? How? How do we do that? I don't even know. Was I ever able, like, I don't remember what happens at the end of this game, at the very, very end. Or as far as Gaia's concerned, do I meet her? Is she gone? No backups? Like, can I even accomplish that goal? Wow. And then what, again, caused the signal in the first place?
I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
Man. So she's gone. There's really no way of fixing this. You're just sort of stuck with these AIs that what do we even do with them? Chop off all their heads and just leave them in a room and, it is what it is. That means we can't even see the full fruition of this. That's so sad. It's all so sad. It's also terribly sad.
I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only
Artemis?
way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You meant a lot to Ourea.
Once I understood Ourea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. I did not comprehend that the depth of Ourea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined.
Wow.
How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Aurea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here. I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information? I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time. Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval? No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first. Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone. I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up. And protect whoever's left. Will you try? I understand, Dr. Chow. And I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities. Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud. I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow? Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces. May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow? Yes. Anything. Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process? Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
Oh. Heals. Heals.
Breath is ice. Before I even breathe out.
My chieftain,
Just... Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Ourea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Ourea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Ourea found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrack can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
That's it, y'all. That's the game. We understand in a greater detail the challenge facing us moving forward. Not only is there this Hephaestus out there, just in general, building new machines, because people keep hunting them, of course. Where else are they going to get the parts to do the things that they do to live their lives? That's what humans do. They live off the land. And those machines are part of the land. But part of what creates them in land is those machines, so Hephaestus wants them to stop naturally. And he's very much aware of my presence. So as long as this continues, Hephaestus is going to be out there. As long as the series continues, Hephaestus, this just sets, and then with the whole rogue AIs doing things, even if they, again, docile subordinates, just out there. How do you stop them? What trouble will they cause? How will it endanger all life on Earth? Will you even be able to stop it all before terrible things happen? And how do you truly get things under control and back on track without Gaia? Now the hint is pieces of her are out there, but it's not like it's fucking. I can't imagine it's gonna be like some Dragon Ball shit, you know. We find X amount of shards and then we slap them on a fucking floppy disk and then we're good to go. So interesting how all of this is going to end up playing out. But this game franchise, like the idea
Someone
that
trying to get my attention?
what the fuck is this?
Look out below!
The idea that there was reports from who knows where that this was going to be like 3 games and one of them was going to be VR. And so we've gotten confirmation they got that PSVR 2 game. And then we have our sequel coming out in in a couple weeks. The thing that scratches the head though is when you look at this lore layout, it's not just set up for one sequel. Like, this Hades by himself essentially caused a whole game's worth of issues. Hephaestus, in just this small way, caused a whole nother set of issues. Who knows what the other AIs are doing in, maybe they're not all bad or doing something crazy. But at least 2 of them are, and at least 2 of them are still out there. There's probably going to be a few more. Like, wrap that up in a game? That's it? Just Horizon 2, and we're done? I don't think so, yo. I don't think so. Now, will they take a break? I don't know. What I actually think is that they're big enough to handle 2 projects now. And it's going to be the Horizon team, where they do the God of War tactic. Rotate directors, fresh blood and fresh perspective.
Getting battered by this wind.
You have overall lore, and you lay it out over time, and then you improve upon the mechanics, and you're good to go. And then you have another team who's doing new IP and new ideas, and you're just sort of rotating people in and out over the course of the next 10, 12 years. Pumping out another 2, 3 Horizon games with another 3, 4 other IP. Have a successful Jesus Christ. What are these places called? Development team? What am I thinking? Development company. I don't know why that sounds weird in my head. Studio. Jesus Christ, that's the word I'm looking for. A pretty successful studio plan for a significant amount of time. And this will be your tentpole, and you can go off in other directions. You don't have to do, 2 franchises. You can one-offs and different fucking genres. I mean, they started off doing shooters in the first place, so you have your flagpole franchise, and I think you can. And then again, with this lore setup, it sounds like a franchise like Uncharted, Tomb Raider, God of War. Like, we're looking at a long time franchise. This is a Sony star right here, and that's it. I am super hyped for this new game that's coming out. Soak it all in, yo. Tell you what, I'm not going to be doing it on stream, because I don't have the resources to make it interesting in any kind of way, but I am curious, because again, obviously I missed some of the lore bits, and not all of them are interesting or overarching story imperative, but I wonder if there are any hints at all, other than the fragment. It was that machine piece that got lodged in the back of the nuke that was keeping the machines calm. If there's any other hints at all that might lead us to an answer of, is Gaia really gone? Is it impossible for us to bring her back? That's the actual question. And of course the answer is yes, it's just a matter of how they set it up. They don't necessarily have to give us hints about it now, but I wonder if there aren't any hints at all to whether she's really gone, whether she really has no backup, or a safe place to be, or some reactivation point. or something. Or can we put her back together in some kind of way? Man. I'm gonna be an old man before this story is all said and done. I hope. I genuinely hope. Anyway, so we finished the DLC. We got a lot done. I guess I can go back to Dark Souls 3 if I wanted to, if I have the time. We're hitting some of our goals, man. We got our Frozen Wilds DLC done. Almost pretty much wrapped up with Dark Souls. We didn't get to the Demon Souls. That's a little sad. But we did get holistic feel for Neo 2 and those changes. So I'm ready on that tip. Honestly, I could probably just spend the rest of what little time I'll have. It's again, Dying Light's coming out at the end of the week. Spend what time I have finishing up Dark Souls 3 and trying to play as much Demon Souls as I can. Just so I have, because I am of the complete belief that under no circumstances is Elden Ring gonna look as good as the Demon Souls remake. I don't think there's a chance in hell they have of Elden Ring looking as good as the Demon Souls remake. But maybe I'm wrong. A little piece of news that was out there, the director was talking about how he didn't play the remake because he doesn't like going back to his old work, but he did appreciate that the job they did, and was saying that the graphical capacity of that remake so great that it made his graphics team working on Elden Ring have to do a few double takes and a few adjustments and a few upgrades and a few, let's see if we can't polish this a little more. Because they didn't want to come out and it be an obvious downgrade. I don't think it's going to be an obvious downgrade. But I think it's going to be obvious which game looks better. And I'm curious to see if I'm right about that. So at the very least, even if we don't finish Demon Souls, which we probably won't, even if we don't, great opportunity to have that graphical fidelity and clear in my mind. Yeah, I'm tired. But cool, guys. We're beating games. I hope you enjoyed the end. Very emotional. Very feels. A good time. Great game. Great game. Great game. Great game. Like, if you add this to the other, it's 80 hours of fucking awesome game. Free. I wish they let you play after the game ended. So maybe a chance to see your fucking tribe getting back together, a few things like that. But it is what it is. But yeah, like I was saying, when you take this whole package together, it's an incredible experience. Incredible experience. Someone plays this game, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Someone plays this game on a PS5 with the 60 HDR 4K. This and the DLC. And then they turn around and they play Breath of the Wild on the new OLED Switch. I wonder, never played either. I wonder how that would go if you polled 1,000 people. Because I think, I don't know. I gotta play Breath of the Wild and stop having this crazy discussion in my head. Is it gonna happen to Horizon again though this year? Is Horizon gonna be this great sneaky fucking masterpiece, even though it won't be as sneaky this time, with just Elden Ring and God of War, and it's just, oh, no shot. I don't know, man. Again, as long as you're in the conversation, just be in the conversation. Only one can win, but that doesn't negate the greatness of the other games. This game is great. Great. GG's, Guerrilla Games. GG's to all of you who played with me. 30 episodes in, we finally got it done. Front to back, Horizon. I think it says 80 hours. Now we know a lot of that was probably not a lot, but take 5 hours off, 10 hours off of me just bullshitting or wasting time. That's still 70 solid hours. Feel accomplished. I don't even want to get off the stream. There's nothing else to do. So I'm gonna go. Bye bye.